Really?
Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Tion, and today we will be figuring out whether we could beat Pokemon Emerald with only Magikarp. This is definitely going to be the hardest thing I've ever done in Pokemon. So for this video, obviously, Magikarp cannot learn all the HM moves that he needs to progress through the game. So we do have to catch a couple HM slaves along the way. Before this gets blown up in the comments, yes, I accidentally level up my HM slave through double battles on accident. To ensure that the HM slaves didn't help at all, I actually made them attack Magikarp instead of attack the opponent. So if anything, it just made the challenge more difficult. Obviously, the rules are you could only use Magikarp and no other Pokemon. And I hate long intros, so let's get right into it. Alright, so we start off with spelling our name wrong, of course, because what kind of playthrough would it be if I didn't do something stupid right off the bat? This girl says that she hears somebody screaming for help, so we go to investigate, and of course it's Professor Birch running around because a Zigzagoon is chasing it. He says, hey, get in my bag and choose your starter. And I'm like, oh, okay, Torchic, Mudkip, or Trico. But, you know, it's Magikarp. He had a Magikarp on him, so I took that. And this actually leads us to our first battle, which is this Zigzagoon right here, level 2. You actually can't encounter Zigzagoon level 2 anywhere in the entire game, fun fact. But I forgot, yeah, I just have Splash to start off with, no chance to run out of PP beforehand or anything. And I never lost this battle before, so I had no idea what was going to happen. So I actually speed up this clip time 6 here, because even this battle took way too long, and I could already tell from this very first battle that this is not gonna be any easy attempt. So I found out through this run that eventually he just flees, and then Professor Birch is like, wow, you saved me, and I'm like, I literally had a Magikarp with Splash, but I appreciate it. So we get him, and we name him Weedle, because why not? After receiving my Weedle, Professor Birch says, hey, do you think you should go see May? And I say no, but that's not an option. So I say yes, go over here to get a potion, because later in the run, potions are actually really critical and you need as many as you could get. I have to run these 40 PP of Splash out before I could use Struggle. So I find this wild Zigzagoon and I proceed to use a whole bunch of splashes, heal him up, and I already know that this is going to be a problem money-wise because I can't really afford to keep healing up. And you can't go to a Pokemon Center because then you have your PP back, and it's just a big problem in the beginning. So I have to go back, sell everything I can just to get enough money to get some more potions. And through the power of editing, luckily you guys don't have to stand here and go through this like I did. So I just keep on using Splash and healing up until I'm at 0 PP so I could actually use Struggle and win a battle. The first trainer battle we go into is May, as we all know. Of course, our Magikarp named Weedle only has Struggle, and it does quite a decent damage doing a 50 base attack. We get pretty low here, but we have plenty of potions to spare because we sold everything for potions. And we end up taking Torchic out here with a critical. And that was the first trainer battle, and we're both level 5, so I was really surprised actually that he did this well. As soon as we go back to the lab to tell Professor Birch the bad news, we get more Pokeballs, we get our running shoes for Mom, and we actually sell these Pokeballs for more money because of course we need more potions so Magikarp could actually stay alive long enough to do anything. We actually find this rich girl who gives us 1,400 Pokedollars, which of course we spend on potions. Now here comes our actual first battle here with this Team Aqua Grunt here. He has a Poochyena level 9 and Weedle's only level 8 right here. We just of course go straight for the attack. He uses Howl actually, which raises his attack. I'm hitting him with Struggle and it's doing a decent amount as he hits us with Tackle. Tackle's actually doing about double what we're doing here, but it's fine because we have potions. He keeps howling up and we hit him with another Struggle right here. He hits us with Tackle. We go ahead and potion up because we're only at 4 HP. He howls once again, which is extremely dangerous, but we do end up taking him out with a Struggle, and Weedle gets up to level 9. I'm really proud of Weedle here as taking out this Team Aqua Grunt, as we do go on to our next battle here, which isn't really a significant one, but it's Rich Boy and he gives us $1,400 as we do make our way to the Pokemart and sell this Bullet Seed that we picked up right outside of the forest for another $1,500. And we have plenty of money to buy plenty of potions now. Now, I figured out that in this grass right next to where you start, you're actually able to find a raw tier with no attacking moves, only growl. So we take advantage of that and only use splash, and it gets our PP down, so we don't actually have to take damage while healing up. And we do get the level 15 here, which is amazing because we finally learn tackle. And tackle is actually weaker than struggle, but we don't have to rely on only using potions and healing up, so that's very critical. We actually end up grinding here with our newfound attack tackle, and we get to level 24 before taking on Roxanne. Now, Roxanne is a rock type gym leader, so what we have to do to win this battle is use a few X attacks to get Magikarp's attack up and use tackle. Even though we use those X attacks, it's still not doing any damage whatsoever. Geodude's spamming Defense Curl, which is just hurting us, and Magikarp is taking Rock Tomb after Rock Tomb, getting his speed lower each time. We actually do manage here to get a nice crit and take out Geodude, but she has another. So we have to take out 2 Geodudes and then her Nose Pass. As we do whittle down on Geodude HP, already set up with X attacks, same thing really goes. We just get lucky and kill him right there. And here is the real struggle. Nose Pass here uses block for no reason whatsoever. This battle actually was super long. It was about 10 minutes. I had to speed this up for you guys, obviously. I don't think you want to sit here for 10 minutes watching this, but this was a pain to do. I was tackling and tackling and tackling, and I actually don't have any splash PP at all. I ran out right before the battle, so once I'm at a tackle, I actually hit him with struggle and the crit there again to win. Very hard battle, probably the hardest in the entire game, I would say time-wise. And we get the badge. After easily beating a Team Aqua grunt, we give Pico back to Mr. Briny. He thanks us and offers to take us to Dewford anytime we'd like. After easily walking over May's Torchic, we get a crit right there, and it's just no chance. Magikarp's too strong at this point, and we defeat May. And that brings us to our next gym fight, which is Brawley, and at least it's not rock type, so I think we're gonna have a lot easier time taking him out. The strategy is pretty much the same. I'm just going to go ahead and use a whole bunch of X attacks to make Magikarp all beefy, and X defends, of course. And Machop has the same idea, using bulk up a whole bunch, but I know as long as we get our defense up, he can't really one-hit KO us like it looks like he's trying to. As we're still setting up here, Machop's trying everything he can to try to kill us. I guess he's hoping for a crit, as he does hit us with Seismic Toss, which does do a decent amount of damage, but it is too late. We go ahead and get completely set up, so now we're just able to attack like normal here. Machop, like I said, he's trying his best. He is actually doing a lot of damage here, but Magikarp's defense is just really high, and this is also with Machop's attack and defense almost all the way up. So we're doing about average damage, but if we can get past this Machop, it's just going to be easy from here. We do end up taking him out here, which is good, which he brings out Meditite right here, and we're actually out of healing items, so that's fun. But we take out Meditite here with just a couple of tackles. He does heal up, but it doesn't really matter, as we do get brought into the actual hardest part of the fight. Now, because I'm actually out of healing items here, Makuhita is actually using bulk up a lot, which is making our tackle not do as much, as we are just a little bit short. But we do come back second time here, as we actually have more health and we have more luck on our side this time. We do miss our tackle, as I say that, of course, but we do get the crit right there. With getting the Knuckle Badge from Brawley and going to see Steven, we are now able to travel to Slateport, which we do go into the museum and fight a couple of Aqua Grunts. Like I said, at this point, Magikarp's really overpowered for this part of the game, as long as it's not certain few Pokemon that resist. But we do easily sweep them both out. And that brings us to our rival fight, which is May, of course, as she does lead off with Wingull, and we actually did have a lot of trouble in this battle, mostly because she has a Lombre, which could easily kill Magikarp in just a few hits. So we go ahead and set up here, just like we would in a gym battle. We actually do get confused here. Wingull hitting us with the Supersonic and Water Gun, not really doing much damage, but overall totaling up to about killing us. We are getting water gunned here, as we do finally break through confusion. We take out Wingull right there. As Lombre does come through, we snap out of confusion at the right time as he hits us with Absorb. We have to hit him with another tackle here, which actually crits. I'm not sure how that would have went if we didn't crit, but Combustion, of course, only using non-effective moves mostly. Uses a focus energy there, an ember, and it's just not doing enough damage, and Weedle's actually able to take him out. Now, as we all know, the next gym is actually the electric type gym, but we have to defeat Wally right before going in the gym. Wally just has a level 16 Ralts at the time, tries to use a double team, but we take him out in just 2 hits. And we actually learned Flail along the way. I actually had no idea Magikarp learned Flail level 30, so I was like, what is this? Now, actually hopping into the battle right here, as you can see, we're level 45 now, finally set up our X attacks. This took very many attempts to do. This is just the winning attempt here, as we do have the berry to heal paralysis, and we do take out Magneton with a struggle, which is amazing. That Magneton caused us so many problems, as we do take out his Manectric in just 1 hit. This gym battle, grinding wise, was probably the second most out of the entire game that I had to do. In the long run though, all that grinding is definitely going to help, as we receive the Dynamo Badge from Watson. We actually catch our HM slave right here. We name him HM Boy, and he is my child. Now, I actually didn't think I would have a problem with Maxie right here, but his Mightyena actually has Intimidate, and it's not fun. We bought a whole bunch of Soda Pop. But it's just overall, this was a really hard battle to win, and I didn't expect it. I would say it's on par with Watson. I mean, I didn't have the grind near as much, but the time it took to win, it's several attempts. Once we're actually at camera up though, he doesn't take us out, and I was surprised. He heals up a whole bunch, which was kind of part of the problem, but we do ended up taking out here with a tackle, which brings us to our next gym. My game's glitched, so it's really hard to find my way through the gym right here. But we do end up setting up on her Numel here. As we do get completely set up, we 1-hit KO Numel, we 1-hit KO Slugma, and Camerupt doesn't go down in 1 hit. And that allows him to set up a Sunny Day for Torkoal's Overheat, which is absolutely ridiculous. As you see here, almost takes us out. And we're a water type that is leveled up more than they are. It's just a very strong move here as he tries it one more time, but we do end up surviving, healing up with Soda Pop. As he does get the paralysis, it doesn't matter, as Weedle's able to take him out with the X attacked tackle. Which actually leads us to our next gym, which is Norman, and it's getting harder and harder, but we went straight there. We're level 51 now, it's not going to be that hard. We set up with our attacks and X defends, and actually we did really good here. We take out Spinda really quickly, we take out Vigoroth really quickly. We have Lanoon here, uses Belly Drum, doesn't matter, we're taking out really quickly. He has Slacking here, which is an absolute powerhouse, I mean, he Weedle. I probably shouldn't say that, but little after little we whittle him down. That is a tongue twister. We take out Slacking, finally. Team Aqua is now at the Weather Institute, and as normal they're really easy to beat, you know, just tackle a few times. Magikarp actually does get kind of low here, and we have this magical move called Flail, which absolutely wrecks if it's in the red, and there we go. And I didn't expect to get that low, but we saved these people from the Weather Institute. They make us take a cast form, and we put them in the box, never seen again. Yeah, May pops up, but as always, we show her place, and get stronger, May. Now, this next clip is from my live stream.
There's not much to say on this. Besides, I can't believe I haven't found the shiny yet. Okay, bye, Lotad.
Okay, ignoring that, next gym battle, actually really easy. We set up on Swablu right here, take out Tropius in just a couple of hits. That was our main goal. We had to get strong enough to take out Tropius, which only took a few attempts to do, a few more levels. But Pelipper here actually does cause us a little bit of problems using Confusion, and Supersonic is not fun. Skarmory's actually not strong enough to take Weedle out or resist the struggle that I'm doing to it. Altaria does a decent amount of damage with Dragon Breath, but screws himself there by using Dragon Dance, and there we go. Now, this next rival battle, I like to call this doing a pro gamer move. Basically, I PP stalled her Tropius till she was at a Magic Leaf, because it was making me angry that I couldn't beat her, so she only had Stomp, and I laughed in her face as I completely wiped out the rest of her team. Ludicolo could have done something there, but to no avail. We take out Pelipper relatively easy, and then Combuskin, which again goes down in just 2 hits, which makes it kind of a joke. So Maxie makes Groudon use Fly, and he blames me for it, so that's fun. I'm not gonna lie, the hacks and sand attack that Mightyena does kinda does trigger me, but we finally get through it like always, and have to deal with this camera up, to which eventually does go down with tackle. Now we have to deal with Team Aqua and their base. We gotta beat Team Aqua admin Matt. Of course, it's not a big battle at all. All he has is a level 4 Mightyena and a level 34 Golbat, which we do take out really easily with Magikarp, who's level 63 right now, which I thought would be good for almost the entire game. As our HM boy decides to take us to Mossdeep City finally, we go ahead and try some of the gym battles in here, but I realized that Magikarp's special defense is not the best, as I get absolutely destroyed by her Zoctu here. This isn't even the battle and I got screwed, so I knew something had to change. Now, you might have seen this in a different video, but Zigzagoon has pick up the chart on the screen right now, and there's a very low % chance if Zigzagoon is high enough level to actually get leftovers. So we do tons of grinding here, pick up some rare candies, so our Magikarp is actually above 70 right now. Zigzagoon's not even close to being the level he needs to be for the leftovers, as we do end up failing again. Level 72 still not enough for these guys. We actually get a Zoctu knocked out there. That's the farthest I got in a very long time, so I knew I had to put in even more hours of grinding. We got Magikarp to level 80. I thought for sure, finally this will be enough, but you know, healing up midway through this battle, and once again we just can't win, and I am heartbroken. We come back at level 89 and I'm heartbroken because these guys are way too strong. I literally had to grind for hours and hours, and I'm only at 91 now. This time I do bring an army of Wingles, and I realize as they attack my, you know, useless Pokemon, I could set up more X attacks, which I normally won't have the chance to do. It's not cheating, it's 2 versus 1. I figured sending out Wingles, you know, is fair enough. Now, as we send out our Wingles one by one, of course they all eventually get slaughtered by Zoctu's Psychic. And we do have Hyper Potions. We have enough to actually stall them out. This wasn't the plan, but at the time it just kind of happened. I really didn't plan on this to happen. And luckily they don't get a special defense drop or a crit. If they got either of those, I wouldn't have been able to do what I did. But Struggle's hitting hard enough now to easily take them out in just a couple hits. They're still hitting me pretty hard, but I'm able to set up even more X attacks here. And this is kind of necessary for the run. I set up a dire hit as well to try to get everything set up. They got really close to killing me there, but they don't, luckily. And I do take out Zoctu there for the first time in forever. Then we take out Claydol in the next hit, take out Lunatone in one hit, and it's just me and Solrock left. He hits us with Solar Beam, which does a lot of damage. I'm heal up just to be safe, and he takes up Sunlight right here, and we do end up taking out Solrock. Finally, after I would say at least 8 hours, we finally beat them. After finally getting that badge, some Team Magma Grunts are trying to steal rocket ship fuel, something like that. Anyway, I'm not here for the story, I'm here to beat the game. So we just go ahead and take them out really easy. With Metang's help, it's really not too bad, but generally a 2-on-1 wouldn't be pretty. We need an HM Pokemon for Dive and Waterfall, so we go ahead and catch a female Tentacruel and name it HM Grill because I'm just absolutely hilarious like that. Instantly teach them Dive and go on to the next part, which is Team Aqua, and Weedle commits suicide here. I'm not sure the rules on that, but we have a HM Slave that's alive, so it just continues. It's fine because we won, but we have this cute little cutscene with Magikarp and Kyogre and Groudon don't stop fighting, so I go get their dad, and we instantly fly back to Sootopolis City, and it's a cutscene again. Rayquaza just flies through the sky and says, "Guys, you need to stop." Now we have the Sootopolis gym leader here, Juan, which is absolutely a I think this was my first or second try. I just set up on the love disc that kept trying to use Water Pulse against me. Don't ask me why, but he uses Attract and Confusion, which, you know, kind of does cause some trouble, but I'm fully set up here, so I know as soon as it hits, he's gonna get just demolished, because Weedle's way over leveled, and takes him out in one hit. Whiscash comes out, almost gets one hit KO'd. He Hyper Potions, which is okay, take him out in 2 hits. Celio comes out, take him out in 2 hits. And Groudon actually survives, taunts me for some reason, get a critical hit right there. Kingdra comes out and it goes down in 2 hits. That was one of the easiest gym battles. Now we have the prep for Victory Road, so we just go ahead and buy a whole bunch of X attacks, X accuracies, X defense, dire hits, everything you could think of we spent money on. I actually forgot that we had to fight Wally here, so that was fun. But we are at a PP here. We're just using Struggle, and I honestly didn't think I had to set up X attacks here, but I did because his Magnemite was, you know, one hit KOing us. So we just go ahead, set up X Struggle, and take out literally everybody on his team with just 1 hit. I was actually surprised because I had to use almost all of my X items to get to the end of Victory Road right here, with all of our HM Pokemon helping us, of course, not in battle, but just with the obstacles. We finally did it, guys. We finally made it to the Elite Four with only Magikarp. Now, whether this is possible or not, I'm not sure at the time. So, you know, hopping right into this battle. Now, the Elite Four trainer, Sydney, actually starts off with Mightyena that knows Intimidate and likes to sand attack us. That is exactly why I bought the X accuracies. I just honestly needed to set up a lot of attacks here, everything I could. He roars us, and I said, okay, great, forgot to put him in the box. So, I say thank you guys for your service, and I put them back in the box, never to be seen again. Now, with the HM Pokemon in the box, there's no way that we could get rewarded out, and we could actually set up successfully. We sell everything we have, and we buy a whole bunch of Hyper Potions, just to be safe. You never know, and if you're just one off. And I may have lied about never seeing my HM Mons again because we may have flown somewhere and got another rare candy for Weedle, just in case. Now, here is our first real attempt with Sydney here. We do get our X attacks set up, that's the goal. We can survive 3 crunches just barely. If he crits 1 time, we can't survive 3, obviously. But we just need to set up all of our X attacks and see what we could do. We don't really use X defense that much because his bite that he's doing is actually special because all dark type moves are special in the 3rd generation. So we do take him out there in 1 hit. Cacturn comes out, 1 hit once again. Shiftry comes out and actually survives, barely. Hits us with double team, which is kind of scary, and he uses a full restore as well. But Magikarp doesn't care, he hits him again. We have to use our own Hyper Potion before we kill ourselves. He hits us with that word I can't pronounce and don't want to. So hit him again, Groudon comes out. Hit him with a Struggle. It's basically just rinse and repeat, same thing over and over. He almost kills us with a Surf there, unexpectedly. He uses a full restore right here, but Magikarp doesn't really care. We're just going to keep on using Struggle until we get where we want to be. Now Absol comes out, and I thought that was going to survive and maybe do, you know, some damage, but he just barely survives and gets taken out with 1 more Struggle. That's basically how all these battles are going to go. That's the plan, at least. You set up all the X attacks, X items, and then you try your best. Now the next gym leader is actually Pheobe, which is a ghost type trainer. She sends out Dusclops, and she's really dumb because she just spams Protect until I attack her. So I just end up using a whole bunch of Protects, and I'm not really sure what else to set up, and I guess there really is nothing. So I attack here, he Shadow Punches us, full restores, almost dead there, but I know we'll be fine if we could just take out Dusclops here. He goes down, 28 HP, don't want to risk getting killed here, and not really sure what to do. I kind of thought about attacking him there, but I didn't. He uses Thunderbolt and then switches to Psychic for some reason, I don't know why. And she has another one, which I just take out once again, and then she sends out Sableye, which is just the same thing once again. She has another Dusclops, which is the only thing that we can't one-hit KO. We actually had to heal up there just so we could survive, and we get frozen. And that's great because Magikarp doesn't care, apparently, because he just breaks through that and kills Dusclops. I didn't expect it. I just knew she couldn't kill me with 1 more hit, so I just went for it, and there we go. Now the next battle is Elite Four Glacia, who is an Ice-type trainer. Surprise, surprise, hence the name. This Celio actually kind of gave me a problem at first. It did take a few attempts to get past this. We literally just set up like always, but we can't use any X defense or they go for Ice Ball, which is just roll out, but the ice version, and it absolutely kills Magikarp. Like, don't know why, it just completely destroys him. But we are able to take out Celio here with Struggle. Now, I'm actually not sure if this one can explode, but she does have 2 Gallades who really pack a punch with Bite, and Magikarp's just able to take him out and have 16 HP left. She has another Celio, which is awful. I'm already set up, so it's not as bad as the first one. But this is the one that can explode and will explode. He gets a crit Ice Beam right there, which did a ton of damage. We actually get frozen here, and Magikarp decides not to break out of this one right away. So we have to go ahead and use a full heal, don't get frozen, and able to almost take him out right there. And the hail actually matters because I have to heal up, allowing them to heal up, and it just goes on for another turn. But of course Magikarp does end up taking out Gallade right there with a crit. This Walrein is a tank. I mean, you know how much damage that Struggle does, and it does just barely over half. He has a Citrus Berry, which doesn't help at all, but we finally take out Walrein with a Struggle like always, and we got Glacia finished, and up next is Drake. And by far, Drake was the worst. Now, Glacia was the Ice-type gym leader, and of course, Drake is the dragon, and just Drake is a powerhouse. Basically, he has this Shogun, which does do Protect and Rock Tomb, and I even had to make sure my speed was up for this one because it mattered so much. They have an Altaria here that likes to set up with Dragon Dance. We do end up killing Kingdra here and Flygon. None of them are the problem here. We have a full restore, use it right there. This is the problem. Salamence took so many attempts. We had to get a critical there. That made the video look way easy. This might have been my 50th attempt. You can see how excited I was because I just stayed on the screen for 6 years. But we finally did it here. We beat Drake, and the only person left is the champion. Now, as soon as I figured out Wallace's Wailord, it got a lot easier. But basically, Wailord has Water Spout, which does as much damage as his full HP is. And if you don't know, Wailord is an HP tank. So basically, I couldn't set up as many X attacks as I wanted to right off the bat. I had to set up on Wailord, so I had to deal with all this Water Spout stuff. He kept setting up Brain Dance, which is good for me because Magikarp actually has Swift Swim, which makes him super speedy in the rain. But yeah, this is basically the same thing. I keep making sure he doesn't have enough HP for Water Spout to do too much as I set up X attacks and heal up. He does resort to Double Edge eventually, and he does use Blizzard, which actually does do quite a bit of damage, but he just simply can't kill me. He's obviously needs a crit to win, and he sends out Ludicolo, which has Mega Drain, and he doesn't use it, or Giga Drain, whichever one, I'm not sure, but we kill Ludicolo there because he goes for Double Team instead. I'm not sure what he was thinking. We set up a dire hit right here on Tentacool, and he does use Toxic, and we do return the favor with a critical. Now, we literally can't ignore this Toxic or it is going to kill us. Melodic Surf actually does a lot of damage because, once again, Magikarp's special defense is not very good. We have 2 HP here getting rid of the Toxic, but we do manage to heal back up and hit Melodic with a Struggle. It does a little over half HP as we do survive another Surf right here. And we Hyper Potion once again and finally take out Melodic. Now, his next Pokemon is actually Wishcash, which is just here to stump Electric type users. But Magikarp just struggles everyone to death. Actually, almost kills me there, but it's fine. He misses a Hyper Beam, which is cool. So I take out Wishcash, and we are on to his last Pokemon, Gyarados. Now, Gyarados does has Intimidate, but it really doesn't matter because Weedle is too strong, and we finally take out Wallace with the Struggle crit. And finally, after an absurd amount of hours, I am the Pokemon League champion with just Magikarp. Alright guys, thanks a ton for watching this video. If you liked it, make sure to leave a like, and if you disliked it, leave a dislike and let me know what I did wrong so I can improve for next time. If you want to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe, and go ahead and leave in the comments below what you want to see me do next, and I will read every single comment, I promise. And yeah guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace out guys.